What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joe, the Juggernaut, Joyce, as he brings in Carlos Takam, his previous foe, and he brings him in for sparring, and then we got to see a lot of action from those guys as he prepares for Joseph Parker this coming weekend, which I will be going live for. But this is a new episode of Sparring Wars. That's right. Sparring Wars between Joyce and Carlos Takam. Joyce, as you guys know, has probably the best chin. You know, you have Canelo, you have Joyce, you have Andy Ruiz. You have these guys with these magnificent granite chins. I mean, from everywhere, from the head down to the chin, they do get it in. Bars. But at the end of the day, I think that Joyce brought Carlos Takam in, you know, for one, to get him paid, but for two, he wants to know what it's like to be attacked, kind of like Joseph Parker will do. Kind of like, okay? The problem and the difference, rather, between Carlos Takam and Joseph Parker is Joseph Parker's faster. Joseph Parker, he can move. When he moves, he can jab. He's not going to come over the top like a Povetkin. Carlos Takam reminds me of a poor man's Povetkin. Povetkin reminds me of a poor man's Mike Tyson. Okay, so it's kind of trickled down from these guys' style, from the way they fight. And I see Carlos Takam as a guy that, yeah, he'll give you the work. He's tough, he's rugged, he's a journeyman. I get it, but he's not Joseph Parker. He's not. And what we see, I see a lot of guys that they're using, they're not fast enough. If they want to prepare for Joseph Parker, they want to have somebody fast like maybe Jared Anderson. I think Jared Anderson is not as big as Joseph Parker, but they need the speed element in there. Okay. Now, it is true when Joyce gets started, when that engine when it starts going, it's hard to stop. You know, he'll take your shots, and don't get it twisted. His defense is not great, but it's good enough to avoid real big shots. Okay, because we seen Daniel Dubois, of course, hit him with everything that he could, but you know he was kind of rubbernecking those shots. Okay, he wasn't really getting hit with those punches like he should have, or like he could have, rather. And I feel that Joyce is one of those fighters that could really be the throwback fighter of yesteryear, simply because I easily see him going 15 rounds or more, you know, because he is that guy that he has a gas tank, he has an engine, you know, and he does not stop. He is exactly what his nickname is, the Juggernaut. And looking at this footage, as you guys can see the silhouette of this, Joyce is slow, but then here's the thing about slow. Joyce is kind of like the turtle in the hare. You see the turtle going slow, but the turtle still beats the hare, you know, and it's crazy because, you know, you see him throw these jabs. He reminds me of big ass George Foreman, you know, but I think he has a better chin. You know, and he'll give anybody problems that can't knock him out, because it's kind of impossible. So you have to pace yourself. He will make every and anybody work in that ring, you know, and Joseph Parker has to be on his feet. He has to be on his P's and Q's, you know, and him talking about knocking out Joyce, if he can do that, people, he will have his name right back on the map. He will be a serious player, and he's done something that no one else has done. In fact, no one else will be able to do again, because you'll be the first to do it. He'll be the pioneer, you know, saying that he's going to knock out Joyce. That's another thing. But I do like this sparring session between the two. You know, it's nothing like sparring. Sparring is the cornerstone of any fight. Okay, because you're going to fight exactly how you spar. So if you spar shitty, you're going to fight shitty. Okay, because if you fight different from how you spar, you're going to gas out. But who doesn't gas out is Joe, the Juggernaut. Joyce. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Joe Joyce and his sparring war with Carlos Takam. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.